So, welcome to this Indispensable Marketing Small Group Consulting Informational overview. My name is Patrick McFadden. I own a marketing firm called Indispensable Marketing. So, I want to kind of go over what's this program about, when we're going to get started, and give you a couple of details and some things that we're going to cover. And if it makes sense for you, give you the opportunity to actually sign up. So, let's get into it. So, Patrick McFadden, and I've been owning my own marketing firm since 2012. I've done a lot in that time. I've spoken at Chamber of Commerce's business group events, associations. Heck, anywhere our audience will gather, I pretty much will speak. I've also done a lot of things in terms of strategic partnerships. And I've also written content, been on blogs, featured on blogs, done podcast interviews, radio interviews. I've done a lot of stuff to actually build up my marketing firm. And what I've learned is that you really have to take a strategic approach to marketing. Over this course and this time, I've really fell in love with the small business owner. I feel like my company has been created and developed to serve that particular market. And also we have the tools and we just get it because we're a small business, more than anything else. And so the big idea for us is that you have to make marketing a process. And when I'm working with a lot of professional services or consultants or small business owners, it's very common to see that a process is for how they get paid. A process is for how they're going to deliver, for how they're going to set up, how they're going to try to approach the sales conversation usually. But when it comes to marketing, there's no process at all, or it's foreign to them. And my goal is to make sure that when you install marketing as a process, it's going to actually do two things for you. First, increase your visibility, and secondly, make your phone ring. But we have to actually go further than that, because while that is great, what if you're increasing your visibility to the wrong people, right? What if the wrong people are making your phone ring? And so that's what this particular program is going to be about. How do you attract and convert your ideal clients, the clients that you are best suited to serve, the ones that you want to work with, that are willing to pay you a premium for what you have to offer? So this is actually going to be one of the first lessons we go over is how do you discover and understand your ideal client? Now, if you've been in business at any point, you will hear people say, do you know your target market? Do you know your target audience? And I think that's only half the equation, because while you can have a target market or a target audience, within that is a segment, a group of people that are your ideal clients. Ideal meaning that they're the best for you. It means that they have the right problem, the right need, that you can deliver the most value to them. And that's what we really want to focus on in this first session is how do you discover them? And then secondly, how do you try to understand all the things about them so you can create a business around serving, communicating, selling, marketing, supporting these particular clients, because that's really how you're going to build a business to actually scale. The second thing that we're going to go over from there is we're going to move into how do you identify what makes you different? You know, everybody's saying they make what you make, they serve what you serve, they do what you do, they provide what you provide. But how do you really stand out and communicate that, hey, we really are different and we solve this problem for you? And so our goal is to try to make the competition irrelevant. And we're going to focus on, is there a way to identify a difference that also solves a problem? Because if you can do that, that's the sweet spot. When you're different in ways that actually solves a problem for a customer, I mean, you're pretty much setting yourself up for success, because the real key is when you're out there communicating, who's a client for you and who can you best serve. You're also saying who's not a good client and who not to reach out, who not to reach out to you because you can't solve their problem or they don't value what actually makes you different. And so that's the third thing that we're going to tackle is, does the difference that you want to identify or select and uncover, does your particular ideal clients value that difference? Because you can claim it and you can push it and you can communicate it, but if it's something they don't value, you're still back to square one. And so we're going to actually talk about that. Then we're going to move from how do you discover and understand your clients. Then we're going to talk about how do you figure out what makes you different and what do they value about your services that really going to allow them to pay a premium, to how do you build a lead generation process. At the end of the day, marketing is mostly about leads in some cases. And lead generation comes from blending a lot of different avenues and different channels. There's no magic bullet to this. You have to figure out how to get in front of your ideal clients in multiple ways that over time will allow them to reach out and take the action you want, whether that's to call you, schedule an appointment, to do a free visit or a free consultation. But you have to have your message out there in so many different ways and in different channels, and for them to decide to move forward. So we're going to actually take the things that we learned about our ideal clients, from what they think, what they value, where do they hang out, what do they like to read, all that stuff. And that's going to dictate where you play, where you're going to actually go to mine and nurture and farm leads. And so we're going to put a process together. So not only you're not doing feast and famine, but you're going to have a consistent way of getting out there to generate leads for your business. And then lastly, we're going to talk about, if you have those leads, those ideal clients, let's talk about turning them into paying clients. Because the truth is, you can get all the leads you want and all the ideal clients in the funnel or in your pipeline, but if they don't turn into paying clients, it's all for naught. I mean, you pretty much wasted your money. And what I've found is that the lack of a process approach to converting the lead, or in some cases selling or lead conversion, is the biggest weakness. It's just that we don't have a process for when the phone rings, when the email bings, and when somebody wants to direct message us on LinkedIn. How do we move them through this process of, I know you've identified yourself as having a problem, you want to reach out to me. How do I walk you through how we're going to deliver and what we stand for and how we can help you get results? And we're going to actually talk about that, because the truth is, if you do all that upfront work of courting, but you suck on the date, you're going to lose. And so you want to make sure that not only your courting process, your marketing process is fantastic, but the point from when they want to say yes to deliver you money is also great. And so that's what we're going to cover through these 4 lessons. So just a quick recap. We're going to talk about how do you discover and understand your ideal clients. Then we're going to move into how do you identify the things that they value that makes you different, and what problems do you solve for them. We're going to then move into how do you build a lead generation process so you can have leads coming in consistently. And then we're going to talk about turning those leads or those ideal clients into paying clients. So if that resonates with you, we have 2 different formats here. We have a small group format where it's going to be up to 7 business owners. You're going to get 4 small group sessions. So how it's going to work is we're going to have 2 weeks basically. The first week, we're kind of going to go over the information, may do a little workshop hands-on. But then the next week, we're going to give you time to actually do the work, to actually put it into practice. So when we come back, we can review, what did you learn? What did you discover? What's the new insight into your business that's going to allow you to properly create and serve and reach these particular clients. This also is coming with personalized email support, workbook, training book. We'll also do a website review. You're going to have access to the recordings and to the presentations. We're going to give you a 30-day post-program progress evaluation and 100% satisfaction guarantee. If you don't like the information and the content and it's not bringing you any value, we'll just refund your money back. Now, if I like the small group because you're going to be around other business owners, and it's the value of that, plus being able to have me personally in this group. And so that's access to a marketing consultant, plus all the other minds in this particular conference room. Then if you just want to, you know what, I just want to I want to have my own particular sessions, then we have a private format for you, which pretty much offers the same thing. It's the only difference is very personalized feedback when it comes to your business. And so the small group is $697. The private format is $1297. And I'm going to be honest with you, this is pretty much a deal, because to get my marketing company to actually start doing things, in some cases it's actually $2,000, $2,500, $5,000 a month. And then for a lot of the strategy stuff that we do, it's going to be anywhere between $2,500 to $5,000. So I think this is a way for us to help small business owners and do it at a fraction of the cost, but still get the results and the outcome that you want, which is to grow your business, to put in processes in place, to systemize and be strategic when it comes to how you're going to grow and market your business. All right, that's going to be it. So if you are interested in this, I'm going to put a link somewhere in here, probably in the post where you find it. And thank you. Appreciate it. Take care.